The coronavirus is a large family of viruses known to cause illness, ranging from the common cold to acute respiratory tract infection. The severity of the infection may be visible as a pneumonia, acute respiratory syndrome, and even death. It was initially reported to WHO on December 31, 2019. On January 13, 2020, the WHO declared the COVID-19 outbreak a global health emergency. The COVID-19 pandemic sent shockwaves through the world economy and triggered the largest global economic crisis in more than a century. The crisis led to a dramatic increase in inequality within and across countries. From the COVID-19, it has a positive and negative impact to economic. Let's move to positive impact first. There's a 4 positive impact. First, from COVID-19 era, there's a new career opportunities. Businesses are now using webinars as a key tool in their marketing strategy to reach a larger audience, build their brands, and get more leads. This pandemic has opened new opportunity for people to open online businesses when everything is doing by online or using apps such as Shopee, Foodpanda, and Lazada.
Let's move to the positive impact on the economy during lockdown. Among them is improve the ringgit exchange rate with US dollar. The national economy is predicted to benefit from the hike in gasoline price, which is also improve the ringgit exchange rate with the US dollar, reflecting the rise in oil consumption brought on by opening new global economic sector, and in the diagram showing that the price increase oil rises in June 2020. Next is online shopping strengthened the economy worldwide. Due to the many COVID-19 cases worldwide during the pandemic and the recommendation to stay home, customers choose to purchase things online. The economy is boosted by online shopping, since it promotes imports, export, and consumption.
Next, I will continue with the last positive impact during lockdown, which is domestic production will increase. As we know, domestic production could increase due to family or cottage level agricultural practice, including other small-scale handicraft production in society. The potential will be in domestic production and services to maintain local traditional lifestyle rather than adapting to modernity. People may repose their trust in many local level trades and business firms rather than depending on supermarket systems. These trends can increase the supply chain network at national and regional levels. There will be some new trading opportunities amongst regional countries. As I mentioned in this slide, the pandemic situation may increase the level of innovation amongst the people. Some creative-minded people may introduce much effective and productive primary and secondary things. Pandemic situation also have negative impact on economy. So we will tell about 4 negative impact on economy. For the first negative impact on the COVID-19 pandemic in terms of income. The COVID-19 has a direct impact on income due to premature fatalities, workplace absenteeism, and productivity loss, as well as negative supply shock with manufacturing activities stalling due to worldwide supply chain disruption. This article presents the first result of a now-casting exercise on the employment income loss in 2020 and their distribution. This unequal effect on the labour market are mitigated by temporary policy measures introduced in all countries in order to support household income and workers most affected by the pandemic. The loss are further distributed by vulnerable subgroups most likely to experience higher income loss and an increased risk of poverty.
During the COVID-19 lockdown, there was a lot of negative impact on the country economy, especially inflation rate and average consumer price index. So, the firstly is the inflation rate during COVID-19 show inconsistency throughout the 3 years of 2019, 2020, and 2021. In 2019, it showed an inflation rate of 0.60%, while in 2020, the inflation rate of -1.18% show a decrease. In 2021, there will be an increase to 2.48%. So, a high rate of inflation can cause the price of goods to rise and have a negative impact on the purchase power of customer as it decreases. So, the second point I look for negative impact information during the COVID-19 lockdown is the average consumer price index. So, the average consumer price index show inconsistency from 2019, 2020, and 2021. In 2019, the average consumer price index recorded 121.5, and in 2020 it showed as much as 120.1. In 2021, the average consumer price index showed 123.1. The average consumer price index showed inconsistency during the COVID-19 lockdown. This caused the purchase power of consumer to decrease as the average consumer price index increased.
Next, the negative impact on economic during the lockdown is that the rate of unemployment will increases. So based on the data above, we can see that the rate of unemployment faces a huge rises when the government of Malaysia announced the lockdown on 18 March 2020. So the lockdown has forced a lot of the firms to stop operating as usual. In the end, Malaysia GDP will decline and causes a recession. Economy will add fewer jobs, sales will continue to slow, production will be cut back, and more people will lose their job, which leads to a rising unemployment rate. Conclusion: the COVID-19 was an unprecedented pandemic not only faced by Malaysia, but also the people all around the world. The government had to implement the lockdown to cut down the spread of the viruses. The lockdown has caused tremendous effect from all aspects, especially the economic of a country. It affects the economy which are positive and also negative, but overall are negative. So to rebuild the economic, the government should imply the monetary policy such as reducing the interest of the bank, and also fiscal policy such as tax cut and also increase the government spending.